Ellie Kemper's back in the news. Well, that's great. I loved Ellie Kemper in The Office. I thought the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt was amazing. And now I find out that she's in the news for, oh no, oh God, no. Well, let's take a look at why she's in the news. So, as a freshman at Princeton U, she's unveiled as the new, she's the new veiled prophet queen. The veiled prophet queen of love and beauty. And that's a picture of her as a youngster. Doesn't quite look 19 there, but we have another photo as well. It's 1999. Elizabeth Claire Kemper, the veiled prophet queen of love and beauty. Now I understand that if you have not been following the controversy over this on Twitter, none of this makes any sense. I followed it and it still doesn't really make any sense, but we did find out that the Queen of Love and Beauty is selected each year from among debutantes who received invitations to this ball, which traditionally excluded non-white attendees. Kemper was a 19-year-old student at Princeton when she was crowned the ball's 105th queen. According to a 2014 article in The Atlantic, the event's organizers emphasized the existing power structure, if you know what I mean, and banned Black and Jewish members, leading many people to say that she had effectively been crowned queen of the Klan in some form back in 1999. Francesca, what is going on?
I don't know. This story was one of those stories that broke yesterday, and I looked at my phone and I was like, nope, I'm gonna wait. I am putting phone down. I have no opinion until we suss this one out, because it was so bizarre and you're like, wait a minute. But obviously, yes, it's not the KKK, although not for lack of, coding all of your, membership around white people. Look, debutante balls are a thing, like high society. This is how little I'm like, high society organizations are a thing. I was part of some like sort of country clubby thing for like a summer, and then I was like, I hate this. I hate this a lot. Like I don't want to. So it was just, it's like private school kids, and so for me, this story was less about obviously the KKK or the fact that like Ellie Kemper is somehow responsible for this, or that she, owes people an apology. We can talk about that later. And really more about how elitism functions in this country and how like white privilege, white supremacy, if you will, that the power structure generally works out for somebody. So here you have someone who is a freshman at Princeton University. She is in a thing that is called a veiled ball, a veiled prophet queen of love and beauty. Like that feels like an eyes wide shut red flag right there. But that is some next level thing. And then lo and behold, she becomes a very successful actress who, has multiple successful shows, got a lot of money, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And like, as someone, sort of scraping by and like would love, a break and stuff, I'm like, maybe I should have stuck with that country club thing that I was doing way back when, because I could have been a veiled queen, John.
She could have been a veiled contender. Maybe we'll never know now. You weren't willing to abide by racists.
I'm Chinese, and they were like, we're just gonna not continue.
Yeah, complicated.
What do you think?
I get the Italian thing, but even that's kind of an edge case. We weren't really that comfortable with that.
Very edge.
By the way, she's 19, and that second picture, can we put that up again? Why does she look like she's 12 years old in that picture? Anyway, that is not the problem here. There are several problems, but the main problem is like a lot of people were joking on Twitter. I don't think a lot of people were coming out of it like, screw her, we'll never watch a rerun of Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Sure.
Did she know? I mean, she's 19, she's not 12. That said, I don't know what responsibility she bears. I was gonna call for a poll on Twitch actually, and it's already up. Is she to blame or not to blame? In the absence of more information, I'm leaning towards I don't see how much she is to blame. Although understand, I am biased by the fact that I find her to be a delight in the shows that she's been in. So maybe that's swaying me. I don't know.
Well,
What do you think?
I find her obnoxious. So I find her obnoxious and I don't think she's to blame. So it's like both. I think the real question is, does she say anything now about it? She hasn't yet. And I believe that she should probably say, look, and especially in the year 2020, 2021, this moment, you can't stay silent. She'd be like, I've had a lot of good things in my life and I've had a lot of privilege. And I wish that, for many actors and struggling actors who have not been so lucky or whatever, who've not been born into this life, essentially. Like, she's not gonna go that far. She might say something about how she doesn't believe that, elite society clubs or whatever. What was this place called again?
It's some white nonsense, to quote Kimmy Schmidt. It's some white nonsense.
White Nonsense Incorporated. That she doesn't believe they should ban like Jews and blacks, which they don't. Like golf clubs didn't allow Jewish and black members for a long time until we're just gonna quietly say it's okay in like the late 80s or something. Or even later.
Bloomberg's club didn't, and it was 22 years ago. Anyway, I do want to comment on the white nonsense though, because it's not the case anymore. But for a very long time, people like me were made to feel bad about being into nonsense, nerdy fantasy nonsense, and all the while, they're all doing it. They just do it in their own form. So if I care about Frodo's journey to Mordor, I'm a nerd. If you're going to the ball of the Veiled Queen of Love and Beauty, that's high society. She could be in my novel, The Veiled Queen. I'm gonna put a character named the Veiled Queen of Love and Beauty, and it's gonna be some nonsense in my book. But in yours, it's high society. If I talk about Legolas shooting the Uruk-hai, I'm a nerd. If you tramp around in Michigan woods with your militia buddies talking about how you're gonna defend your house from bandits, that's serious business all of a sudden. We all like nonsense. I at least know that mine is made up. I know that mine is fantasy. I don't treat it as real. You all do.
Yes, go off, nerd. Go off.
All nerds. Anyway.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.